Next up, we have artist Whitney Webb, who is sharing the project at Burning Man this year called Resilience. Based in Asheville, North Carolina, Whitney creates large scale, emotionally charged installations that weave together social justice, environmental awareness, and personal experience. The project Resilience transforms storm debris from Hurricane Helene into a sanctuary for art, memory, and recovery. Whitney is a Helene survivor herself, having lost her home and nearly everything she owned. So this work is both deeply personal and powerfully communal. And I'm really happy that you could join us here today, Whitney. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're excited about the project Resilience. You've made this really beautiful video for us, so let's go ahead and
Yeah.
watch that, and then we can chat afterwards.
When Hurricane Helene hit, it made headlines. But headlines couldn't capture what it felt like to live through it. The power disappeared, roads vanished. We were suddenly completely cut off. No signal, no communication. I was trapped away from my home. I had no idea what I would return to. For 3 days, I was listed as a missing person. In western North Carolina, we still don't know how many lives were lost. In the River Arts District alone, where I lost my home, 27 warehouses were destroyed. Over 300 studios and galleries gone. And yet, community happened. We gathered where we could, on porches, by rivers, in powerless kitchens. We shared food, clothes, tools. Someone always showed up with what someone else needed. My friend Joe couldn't reach me. No one could. But he drove in from 2 states away anyway, showing up with a generator, water, and fuel. That's just who he is. And he'll be one of our builders on Resilience. I stayed with Zen Katana and his big, beautiful family for a week after the storm. 4 kids, a bonus kid, and a steady stream of people passing through. Their home became a refuge for anyone trying to reconnect. Zen hosted one of the first shower parties as soon as his well tested clean. For 6 months during the boil ban, his was one of the only reliable sources of potable water. Zen is our build lead because he doesn't just build structures, he builds community. I remember standing by the river, watching the flood carry our lives away. Then a giant fiberglass hippo from a mini golf course floated by. We laughed hard. We laughed for the first time since the storm. And I thought, someone made that. It mattered. That moment was the seed of the Resilience Gallery. Our friend Justin, who's contributing to the gallery, organized art lost and found efforts. He recovered pieces, including a few of his own, but what surfaced most were fragments of home, of memories, of lives interrupted. Resilience is built from that wreckage. A shelter made of salvaged materials, a gallery filled with work by artists who nearly lost everything and still created something. In the months that followed, we kept gathering. River parties, shared meals, borrowed tools. Interstellar Noise, the sound artist behind the track you're hearing in the background, and I partnered with Burners Without Borders to open a small distribution center. It became a hub of care and for connection. Now, Interstellar Noise has created a custom soundscape for Resilience, woven with field recordings from the mountains that made us. Every sound is rooted in place and in survival. Just last week, a body was pulled from the river. A man missing since Helene. 8 months later. The storm hasn't finished telling her story, but neither have we. Thank you for believing in us, our community, and our story. If our story moves you, visit our website to follow our journey and see how you can help. As we travel across the country, we're looking for hosts. Somewhere to share a meal, a place to rest, or just a moment of kindness. This project is built on community, and we'd love to share ours with you. Because resilience isn't just about surviving the storm. It's what you create from the wreckage.
Oh my God, how incredibly moving. I can't imagine, like I said before, I can't imagine living through that kind of thing. And
Yeah.
I just think it says a lot about you as a person and your own determination and your personal resilience that you emerged from something like that and then wanted to make something positive out of it.
We actually didn't even have power yet when I wrote my letter of intent. I went to a disaster relief place and sat on the floor with my laptop and the only internet I could find to write my intent, because I knew that I had to do something for this, and I'd wanted to do art for Burning Man for about 20 years. I think it's the place for it because Burning Man has always been something really, really transformative for me. So I knew that was the right place to do something for my community and kind of show the world what we have. So the skills learned doing this radical self-reliance thing can be used, to be radically self-reliant in times of need outside of, this cool thing we do in the desert.
Well, tell us a little bit more about the project itself.
We wanted to build it as much as practical out of storm debris. So it's ended up being about 22 feet tall. We framed it with new materials, but the exterior is roof metal from barns that were destroyed. So sheet metal. We're actually today, after this video, I'm going to pick up our last amount of metal from another donation. So we were sourcing, people who had destroyed buildings and stuff so we could help those people out, removing the storm debris and also create something beautiful with that.
And so the art and the inside of the gallery, and then will the outside be painted also? Will there be murals
So
and then there'll be some art inside?
I will be doing one of the murals totally. It'll have approximately 6 different murals on the outside, all created by artists that survived the disaster. So my friend Justin Morgan led the Art Lost and Found efforts in the River Arts District. Days after Helene, he got groups together to walk the river to try to recover pieces of art. He found some, including about 3 or 4 pieces of his own, and 3 of those pieces will be shown inside the gallery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How are things in Asheville now?
As you drive through Western North Carolina, you still see piles of storm debris, things that aren't cleaned up, but we're building back stronger than we were before. It may never be the Asheville that it was before the storm, but it'll be something beautiful again.
Well, I will look forward to seeing you there in a couple months. And thank you so much for all you're doing, all you're doing in your own community locally, but then also like the message that you're going to be bringing to everybody at Burning Man. I think it's really impactful and meaningful and makes us all think a little bit about like how we can dig deep and come back with something stronger. And
absolutely.
Well, thank you so much. Really nice to chat with you today. And we'll see you at Burning Man.
And I can't wait to see you.